Oh, Barrowcliff, the best bits. What's best? The group's kept together.
Yeah.
All right. We still meet on a Monday morning, which is really good. We met this morning. We're just talking about tonight about doing the Biggest Loser again. So we've got again 30 people who want to do that. Success story, one of the young lads, Macaulay. Macaulay has been doing the uniform services at Yorkshire Coast College. Macaulay had a bit of a problem apparently. I didn't know because I went to the awards the other night, and his tutor said one of his biggest problems was Macaulay liked crisps. All right, and he couldn't get him to stop eating crisps. So what he did, right, when he went on the Biggest Loser with his mum, it motivated him, right? And he's actually lost probably a couple of good stone, you know what I mean? Which is really good. And he's actually going to the army. He's joining this Sunday. And for a young lad who has that ambition, I think that's fantastic. The young football club, what meet out here, strength to strength. They were there this morning telling us that, you know, they're looking to do another awards this year. So we suggested they go to the Residents Association, maybe get some money off them to buy the certificates. They're looking at getting some bigger goals, so we said, we could probably fund that for you. But we don't want you to do it all, we want to do some ourselves. So we said, well, okay, we'll do the bits you can't do. And they're really good, you know what I mean? What else? Job Match are doing a search on the estate now. They're going round and they're actually knocking on doors, and they've produced a document, and they're going to be asking people, what is your barriers for work? And not just what's your barriers for work, are you ready to go back to work? Because that's a big question for people. Not everybody's ready to go back into the working environment. So, yeah, I think it's quite good. I mean, we've got better contacts with the school now. We've just made a really good contact with Yorkshire Numberside Training Services, who can offer apprenticeships. The kitchen here, the first year's award, I think they had about 10 awards. This year they had nearly 50, you know what I mean? Which is fantastic. You know, this is young people who will get being rewarded for the work what they're doing in cooking. We're still offering the food hygiene certificate, which actually is becoming quite relevant to some people who want to go into that industry. Yeah. If you've already got the certificate first, you can get it. We're not going to run the CSCS cards again for a while. And the reason for that, we put 30 people through. As far as we know, one person's got a job, but I think there's other courses out there we need to just tap into. Made some good contact with a company called Tyrone Training, who offer specific training for people. We're going to get them down one day, you know what I mean? Have a word with them on a Monday morning club. Bacon sandwiches work wonderful. I'll tell you what, it's amazing what people will do for a cup of tea and a bacon sandwich. Barrowcliff, the hard bits. Have you got that one? You got that. Right. What's hard? Well, actually, nearly everything's hard, to be quite honest with you. All right. It's negotiation. It's people working out. It's people understanding feedback forms and whatever. You know, have we got out of this what we wanted? Right. If we haven't, we need to change it. Sometimes it's people, I think, considering big local being taken for granted. You know what I mean? We've got a big wedge of cash, they've got a big hole, and we should fill it. Right? And that's quite hard, really. It's supporting the right things, you know what I mean? It's all about job creation, it's all about now opportunity, it's all about getting people working together as a community. And that's what we're trying to do, you know, with the Biggest Loser. It's people who wouldn't normally mix together, coming together and all being beasted, I mean, it's probably the best way to put it. And then they all walk away having a natter and whatever, and they all walk home, and then they meet again 2 nights later, and they're all tired, and they're sharing all these pictures. And though that's a good thing, right, I just think it's hard to keep it going, because keeping it going is a difficult thing, because you want new people. You just don't want the same old people, right? And this is one of the things what we've said today is that, you know, we don't mind running these programs, but we want new people to be involved, because if we're just working with the same people all the time, Mandy, it's not going to work. No. Right? I mean, what we're going to see is 20 people who are super healthy, super fit, and the rest of the 1,200 people on this estate who haven't got anything, and that ain't going to be right, you know what I mean? So we don't want to do that. We're not now saying to people, we will 100% fund you for everything. You know, it's some things, crafts and whatever we're saying, maybe you'll have to start charging a bit, you know what I mean? Which I think is only fair and reasonable. Next one is Barrowcliff Big Local, we do the bits you can't do. A lot of people have come on board with that one now when they're saying, we'd love to do this, but we ain't got the money. We'd love to do that, but we ain't got the cash. Right, and then, you know, this again, Monday Morning Club, honest to God, right, if people aren't trying Monday Morning Club, it works so well, because people have just started work from the weekend, they're all a bit, don't really want to get back down to it. to sit down and in a room, have a natter, discuss ideas and whatever, and a bacon sandwich, I'll tell you what, you'll be amazed how many people want to come to our meetings, you know what I mean? But they have to be value, we're not just going to have them alone.